Is it just that King Charles and his siblings are always surrounded by drama that we hardly hear about the Queen's youngest son? If you didn't know, there's actually a Prince Edward who's managed to stay out of the limelight. He's kept things low-key, steering clear of the wild public and media frenzy. So how much do you know about him and his private life? Let's dive into his world, uncover some secrets, and find out why he's rarely in the tabloids. Edward's unique birth. Prince Edward, Duke of Edinburgh, was born on March 10, 1964 in London, England, as the youngest child of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. His arrival didn't just add to the Windsor family line, it marked a unique step forward for the monarchy. With a 16-year age gap from his oldest brother, Prince Charles, Edward symbolized a new generation within the royal family, carrying the torch to preserve traditions for the future. His christening was held a few months later, and naming him Edward Anthony Richard Louis officially welcomed him to the public and cemented his position within the royal circle. But Edward's birth wasn't just special because of his family role. There was something quite different about the way he came into the world. So, what made it stand out from his siblings' arrivals? Well, if you know anything about the Queen, it's that she was a stickler for royal traditions. But during Edward's birth, she surprised everyone by breaking one of the biggest customs. For the first time in royal history, she invited her husband, Prince Philip, to be in the delivery room. This decision was groundbreaking, and it signaled a new era for the monarchy. By having Philip there, the Queen showed she was open to evolving ideas on family and parenting. At 37, already a mother of three, she was influenced by the growing discussions in women's magazines at the time, which emphasized the benefits of fathers being more involved in childbirth. Insights from Ingrid Seward's book, My Husband and I. The inside story of 70 years of royal marriage shed some light on why the Queen made the groundbreaking decision to have Prince Philip by her side during Edward's birth. Her desire for fathers to be more involved in childbirth reflected her dedication to modernizing aspects of royal life while respecting its long-standing traditions. Prince Edward's birth wasn't just a personal family moment, it was also a cultural shift, shaping public views on fatherhood and family dynamics in the 20th century. Formative years and early interests. Edward's upbringing blended tradition with a touch of modernity as he balanced royal duties with his own interests and dreams. His childhood was anything but typical. While most children experience the joy of visiting Santa Claus or playing with neighborhood friends, Edward's early years were filled with extraordinary privileges and moments few could imagine. At just 5, he even met his hero, Neil Armstrong, the astronaut celebrated for being the first to walk on the moon. This rare encounter, organized by the palace, gave young Edward the chance to share his own dreams of space exploration with Armstrong, who had inspired him deeply. Meeting his hero left a lasting mark on him, sparking his imagination and fueling dreams of one day following in Armstrong's pioneering footsteps. From an early age, Prince Edward's life was filled with extraordinary experiences. He stepped into the public eye at just 3 months old, making his debut on the Buckingham Palace balcony with his family, a tradition rich with centuries of royal heritage. Immersed in royal life as a child, Edward began horseback riding at age 2 on his beloved pony, Valkyrie, under the proud gaze of his parents. This early start with horses not only fostered his love for animals, but set the stage for his future equestrian pursuits. And speaking of his parents, you might wonder, how close is Edward to Prince Philip? Let's take a look. Edward's relationship with his father. Prince Edward shared a warm and close bond with his father, filled with mutual respect, admiration, and memorable moments. In a tribute to Prince Philip, Edward expressed how deeply his father's influence shaped him, praising Philip's remarkable ability to make a lasting impression on everyone he met. On the royal family's Instagram, Edward honored Philip's legacy, celebrating the shared interests and inspirations that defined their relationship. Reflecting on their time together, he expressed gratitude for the memories and lessons that have had a lasting impact on his life. In an interview with ITV News, Edward fondly recalled his father's sharp mind and infectious sense of humor, traits that endeared Philip to all. Edward also spoke highly of the strong love and partnership between his parents, highlighting how their relationship was a constant source of inspiration and guidance throughout his life. Even in the sadness of losing his father, Prince Edward found comfort in memories of Prince Philip's steadfast support, wisdom, and love. Edward saw his father not just as a royal consort, but as a devoted husband and caring dad, qualities he hopes will be remembered for generations. An interesting detail that often gets overlooked is the big age gap between Edward and King Charles, a reminder of the changing family dynamics as Queen Elizabeth's reign progressed. Education. If you've only caught glimpses of Edward's life on Netflix or in passing articles, there's much more to discover. Prince Edward began his education right within Buckingham Palace, studying under a private tutor in an environment tailored to his unique upbringing. This early education, designed specifically for his royal responsibilities, provided him a head start. Later, he attended Gibbs School in Kensington, a reputable pre-preparatory school where he dove into a curriculum created just for young royals. Here, Edward laid the foundation for his studies. His educational journey then took him to Heatherdown Preparatory School, set in the serene countryside, where he found the perfect mix of academics and personal growth. It was at Heatherdown that Edward built lasting friendships, developed his mind, and discovered his passion for extracurricular activities. These experiences became a core part of his growth, blending the privileges of his royal life with the opportunities of a rich education. But it was at Gordonstoun School, set amid Scotland's wild landscapes, where Prince Edward's teenage years truly took shape. Known for its focus on outdoor education and character building, Gordonstoun was a unique place for Edward to develop. The school's challenging academics, emphasis on fitness, and outdoor adventures gave him a well-rounded experience that sharpened his skills and built a strong sense of discipline and leadership. During his time there, Edward excelled academically and threw himself into sports and activities, eventually becoming head boy, a role that highlighted his leadership and strong character. Curious about whether he kept up with sports and other passions? Let's find out. After his A-levels, Edward embarked on a memorable journey to New Zealand, spending 6 months at the collegiate school in Wanganui. This adventure was a huge milestone, giving him a chance to explore new perspectives, learn life skills, and immerse himself in a different culture. Royal title aside, Edward embraced the local scene, even taking on roles as a tutor and drama class supervisor. Returning to the UK, he earned a place at Jesus College, Cambridge, where he continued to show his resilience and curiosity, despite the pressures of royal expectations. Graduating in 1986, Edward left with a degree that reflected his dedication to both his studies and personal growth, showcasing his academic talent and his commitment to broadening his horizons. Instead of sticking to the typical royal path or aiming for a high-profile career, Prince Edward decided to go in his own direction. With a love for the arts and a drive to explore his creative side, he made an unexpected choice to join the Royal Marines as a university cadet. However, his time in the military didn't last long. The demands were intense, and he soon realized that his true passion lay elsewhere. This period of reflection led him to a new focus: the entertainment industry. It was a surprising turn, especially given the royal norms his family followed. Unlike his older brothers, who chose more traditional roles, Edward was drawn to the world of theater and the thrill of live performance. Who would have guessed he'd choose the arts? His decisions may not have made the same noise as his siblings, but they certainly set him apart. Edward and his love for theater. In a bold and surprising move, Edward left the Royal Marines, a choice that likely sparked some tension within the royal family, particularly with his father, Prince Philip. But Edward was determined, diving into his new passion with gusto. This new path led him to work alongside the renowned composer and theater impresario Andrew Lloyd Webber. Here, Edward got hands-on experience in musical theater, taking on a role as a production assistant in Webber's company. Immersing himself in every part of the process, he showed humility and dedication, starting from the very basics of the industry. His commitment and eagerness to learn earned him respect from those around him, proving he was more than just a royal. He was genuinely dedicated to the craft. The collaboration between Prince Edward and Andrew Lloyd Webber, including their joint projects for Queen Elizabeth's birthday celebrations, signified a pivotal period in Edward's life, one that merged creativity with a yearning for independence from royal tradition. This partnership fueled his artistic ambitions and inspired him to carve his own path. Many may not realize that Edward even owned a television production company, surprising those unfamiliar with his ventures beyond the royal sphere. Following his role with the Useful Group, Edward joined the theater division, hoping for new artistic opportunities. Unfortunately, his time there was cut short when financial difficulties led the company to shut down under the weight of insurmountable debt, a stark reminder of the entertainment industry's volatility. His production and broadcasting passions. Undeterred by setbacks, Edward seized another chance that would shape his career path significantly. In 1987, he ventured into producing a reality game show featuring royal family members alongside international stars. Though the project sparked controversy and criticism, Edward described the experience as the most extraordinary day of his life, suggesting a deepening interest in television production. Driven by a passion for storytelling and a desire to explore his family's legacy, Edward launched Ardent Productions, an independent company focused on creating compelling television content. Choosing to go by Edward Windsor in professional circles, he consciously distanced himself from his royal identity to establish credibility in the industry. His decision underscored his commitment to making a name for himself outside of his royal heritage, paving the way for a unique and creative career. Through Ardent Productions, Prince Edward embarked on several ambitious projects, most notably Edward on Edward, a documentary exploring the controversial life and abdication of his uncle, Edward VIII. While Edward's intent was genuine, hoping to bring fresh insight into his family's history, Ardent Productions faced challenges in a highly competitive television landscape. Industry skepticism and limited success led the company to struggle to gain a solid footing, and after 9 years it closed, marking a bittersweet end to Edward's venture into media production. Back to royal duties. In 2002, Prince Edward made the heartfelt decision to step back from the entertainment industry to focus on his royal responsibilities. Driven by a renewed sense of duty, he expressed to The Independent that his decision was influenced by the increasing demands placed on the royal family and his desire to support Queen Elizabeth. His wife, Sophie, Countess of Wessex, also left her executive director role at RJH Public Relations, demonstrating their shared commitment to royal duties. To ease this transition, Queen Elizabeth reportedly provided a one-time payment of $250,000 to offset their financial losses, recognizing their dedication to the monarchy. Prince Edward's departure from entertainment was also shaped by the financial struggles Ardent Productions encountered. Both The Guardian and The Telegraph noted the considerable losses the company faced, influencing his choice to focus instead on royal duties and philanthropic activities. This shift marked a turning point, where Edward embraced a path of public service, staying true to his family's legacy and values. Prince Edward is an engaged member of the royal family, actively involved in initiatives that aim to create a meaningful impact in society. One of his notable roles is with the Duke of Edinburgh's Award, which empowers young people to develop essential life skills. Additionally, he oversees the Earl and Countess of Wessex's Trust, a fund dedicated to supporting charities focused on youth development. Beyond traditional royal duties, Prince Edward remains active in various charities, arts programs, and sports activities, leveraging his position to champion causes he is passionate about and to foster positive change in communities both domestically and internationally. Edward and Sophie's love story. At the heart of Prince Edward's life is his enduring relationship with Sophie Rhys-Jones, characterized by serendipitous meetings, shared interests, and profound mutual respect. Their initial encounter felt like something out of a modern fairy tale, taking place at a tennis event organized by Prince Edward. Over 6 enchanting years, their romance blossomed through shared adventures and intimate moments, gradually deepening their connection. Away from the spotlight, Prince Edward and Sophie cultivated their relationship, establishing a strong foundation built on trust, understanding, and unwavering support. In January 1999, the announcement of their engagement brought joy and excitement to the public. Buckingham Palace shared a statement rich in royal tradition and heartfelt emotion, heralding the forthcoming union of Prince Edward and Miss Sophie Rhys-Jones. This marked the beginning of a new chapter in their lives, filled with love and commitment. When it came time for Prince Edward to propose, he spared no effort in selecting a token of his affection, a stunning diamond ring crafted by the renowned jewelers Gerard & Co. The ring featured a brilliant 2-carat oval diamond, flanked by 2 exquisite heart-shaped stones, perfectly embodying the timeless elegance and romantic essence of their love story. This ring not only represented their commitment, but also became a lasting symbol of their strong relationship. Just 6 months after announcing their engagement, Prince Edward and Sophie Rhys-Jones exchanged vows on a beautiful summer day, June 19, 1999. Their wedding ceremony elegantly blended tradition with personal touches, creating a joyful moment that unified the royal family amid recent challenges. The magnificent St. George's Chapel, nestled within the historic grounds of Windsor Castle, served as the perfect backdrop for their union, steeped in royal tradition and love. Although Prince Edward and Sophie intended for the ceremony to be a private family affair, it captured the world's attention, drawing around 200 million viewers eager to witness the joining of 2 destined hearts, Sophie and the Queen. With their marriage, Sophie officially became part of the royal family and developed a close friendship with Queen Elizabeth II. The gracious matriarch gifted her new daughter-in-law a stunning tiara from her personal jewelry collection, an exquisite royal adornment befitting a princess on her wedding day. Crafted by the esteemed former crown jeweler David Thomas, the tiara sparkled with precious stones, embodying a harmonious blend of tradition and modern elegance. In a meaningful gesture, Sophie presented Prince Edward with an 18-carat gold pocket watch, symbolizing her lasting love and commitment. While discussions about relationships within the royal family are often shrouded in silence due to their complex nature, Sophie stands out as a notable exception, often regarded as the Queen's favorite. Her close friendship and role as a confidant to the Queen of England showcase the genuine bond they have cultivated over the years. Insights from a royal aide, as reported by the Daily Mail, suggest that Sophie occupies a unique position of trust within the Queen's inner circle, granting her a closeness that distinguishes her from other royals. The Daily Mail describes Sophie as almost like a second daughter to Her Majesty, a treasured relationship characterized by mutual respect, understanding, and companionship. Their connection is so profound that Sophie is frequently referred to as the Second Lady of the Land, a title that underscores the significance of their relationship. Throughout the years, the royal hierarchy has witnessed significant changes with the addition of prominent figures like Camilla Parker Bowles and Kate Middleton. Nevertheless, Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, remains a cherished figure in Queen Elizabeth's heart. While her rank may have evolved, this shift in status has not diminished the depth of their bond. In fact, reports from the Daily Mail suggest that their relationship may have grown even stronger over time. According to palace sources referenced by the publication, the Queen interacts with Sophie in a manner reminiscent of her interactions with her late sister, Princess Margaret, marked by warmth, familiarity, and shared experiences. As a result, Sophie has emerged as not only a trusted confidant, but also a beloved companion and ally to the Queen, offering support and companionship in both public and private settings. Prince Edward's title choice. An intriguing mystery surrounds Prince Edward's title, which the royal family has largely kept under wraps. When he married Sophie Rhys-Jones, he opted for a title that deviated from royal tradition, sparking curiosity and discussion among royal watchers. Typically, royal grooms are granted the prestigious title of Duke, but Prince Edward was instead named the Earl of Wessex. This unusual choice has led to questions about its implications and the reasons behind this departure from established customs. The world of British royal titles can seem complex, but it adheres to a clear hierarchy reflecting the royal family's lineage and history. Generally, sons of the reigning monarch are addressed as His Royal Highness, followed by their first name. And after marriage, they typically receive an additional title, often culminating in Duke. However, Prince Edward's designation as the Earl of Wessex represents a notable departure from this norm, leaving some observers puzzled and curious about the motivations behind his choice. Yet this title was not a demotion. It held deep personal meaning for Prince Edward, showcasing his unique tastes and interests. Inspired by his favorite film, Shakespeare in Love, He admired the character of the Earl of Wessex, whose charm captivated audiences. Thus, when it came time to select his title, Prince Edward chose to honor this cinematic inspiration, embracing the title of Earl of Wessex as a true reflection of who he is and what he loves. While some may have speculated about the significance of this unconventional choice, it ultimately represented a personal connection rather than a mere break from tradition. Prince Edward's decision appeared to stem from his own preferences rather than any perceived slight from the Queen or the royal family. His title of Earl of Wessex has come to symbolize his individuality and his desire to carve out his own identity within the royal framework. As time passed, this title garnered attention and speculation, particularly with potential shifts in the royal landscape. After the passing of Prince Philip, Prince Charles inherited the Duke of Edinburgh title, leading to questions about what would happen to this title and whether Prince Edward might inherit it once Charles ascended to the throne. Interestingly, despite not being the direct heir, Prince Edward is often perceived as the favorite child by his parents. The notion of favoritism among parents can be a delicate topic, especially within a royal family. While parents may deny having favorites, subtle cues and insights from those close to them often reveal intricate dynamics within family relationships. In Prince Edward's case, there have been whispers of favoritism from his father, Prince Philip, offering intriguing glimpses into the royal household's inner workings. Reports suggest that Prince Edward held a special place in Prince Philip's heart, a sentiment reflected in the prominent display of his portrait in his father's study. This seemingly small yet significant gesture speaks volumes about the bond and affection Prince Philip had for his youngest son, hinting at a relationship that transcends ordinary family ties. Additionally, the idea of Prince Edward being favored is reinforced by Prince Philip's apparent support for him and his wife, Sophie, to take on more significant roles within the royal family. This support not only underscores their close relationship, but also highlights the trust and confidence that Prince Philip placed in his son and daughter-in-law to contribute meaningfully to the monarchy. As Prince Philip began to step back from public engagements, he reportedly entrusted his royal responsibilities to Prince Edward and Sophie, demonstrating his confidence in their abilities and decision-making skills. The couple has captured the public's affection with their graceful demeanor, consistent dedication, and strong commitment to their royal roles. There's much more to love and admire about these two. They have built a reputation that stands apart from some of their more flamboyant peers, marked by qualities such as humility, dependability, and composure in challenging situations. These traits have garnered them admiration and respect from royal watchers around the world. A royal insider noted that Prince Edward's modest demeanor and Sophie's graceful simplicity have struck a chord with the public, earning praise for their commitment to duty and their genuine nature. In an era often marred by royal scandals, their unwavering dedication to their roles within the royal family has endeared them to both their fellow royals and the wider community. While Prince Edward enjoys affection from both his family and the public, it's important to recognize that this very love has also contributed to his deep sorrow following the passing of his father, Prince Philip. He described the loss as a shocking experience that left him struggling to cope. In the days following this tragedy, he spoke candidly with the media, sharing the profound grief and disbelief he felt over his father's sudden departure. Just 2 days after Prince Philip's death, Prince Edward conveyed the shared sorrow of his family, emphasizing that they were still grappling with the enormity of their loss, a sentiment that resonated with many around the globe. Get ready for a surprising twist in Prince Edward's life, the lesser-known story of his marriage. A significant aspect of Prince Edward and Sophie's journey has been their struggle with infertility. Faced with challenges in conceiving naturally, the couple made the difficult decision to explore in vitro fertilization in their quest to start a family. In late 2001, their hopes were dashed when Sophie became pregnant, only to discover that it was an ectopic pregnancy, leading to a heartbreaking setback. This experience not only tested their resolve, but also deepened their bond, as they navigated the emotional complexities of their journey together. Despite the sorrow surrounding their earlier experiences, Prince Edward and Sophie demonstrated remarkable resilience, drawing strength from their love and their unwavering belief in becoming parents. Their determination bore fruit in 2003 when Sophie became pregnant again, leading to the joyful arrival of their first child, Lady Louise Windsor. However, the excitement of their growing family was tempered by complications during Sophie's pregnancy, culminating in a premature birth. This challenging time was marked by a placental abruption, a serious condition that posed significant risks to both Sophie and her baby. During this critical period, Sophie's courage and strength were put to the test, with Prince Edward steadfastly supporting her side. Both mother and child emerged from this ordeal triumphantly, exceeding expectations and growing stronger together. The trials they faced early in their journey not only tested their limits but also solidified their bond, instilling a deep appreciation for the miracle of life. Yet their journey was far from over, as Lady Louise would encounter her own health challenges in the years to come. Just 3 years after her birth, she faced a congenital eye issue that landed her in the hospital, bringing a wave of uncertainty and fear for her parents. The diagnosis weighed heavily on them, with each hospital visit filled with anxiety as they tried to comprehend her condition. Every appointment was a blend of hope and worry as they navigated the unknowns of her future. However, this tough experience ultimately brought them closer as a family. They rallied around Lady Louise, showering her with love and support, which fortified their resilience. The challenges they faced together became a testament to their unity, teaching them the value of compassion and understanding during difficult times. This shared journey of adversity not only deepened their familial bonds, but also illustrated the strength of their commitment to one another. In 2007, Prince Edward and Sophie welcomed the joyful arrival of their son, James, which brightened their lives and provided a much-needed respite from their previous hardships. James infused the family with new energy, filling their home with laughter and sibling affection. Along with his birth came the title of Viscount Severn, connecting him to a noble lineage characterized by strength and resilience. As he grew, James became a source of inspiration for his sister, embodying the perseverance their family had learned to value. The bond between Lady Louise and James helped them navigate life's challenges, supported by their loving parents. Their family's journey, marked by struggles and triumphs, continued to unfold, with each chapter deepening their narrative of love, courage, and resilience. Reflecting on Prince Edward's life, it's clear that his journey has been one of personal growth, navigating both the pressures of royal duties and the challenges of family life. His ability to maintain a close-knit family despite the scrutiny that comes with royal status speaks volumes about his character. Edward's choices, both in his title and in his role as a father, illustrate his desire to forge his own path within the royal family while remaining devoted to those he loves. The depth of the family's experiences and their resilience amid adversity resonate strongly, making their story relatable and inspiring. It's fascinating to see how the public perceives the evolution of their roles within the royal family and how they manage to maintain authenticity amidst the spotlight. If you have any thoughts or insights about Prince Edward and his family's journey, feel free to share in the comments. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more intriguing royal stories. Stay tuned for more.